Hello and welcome to my camp fuel experimentation video. In this video we're going to test the difference between two types of liquid fuel or gas fuel, and we're going to test the difference between two types of solid fuel. We're going to do a standardized test and then we're going to see at the end which fuel is best for the money. One of the gas fuels we're going to use is this butane propane mix by Ghost Systems. This is available for Halfords from £4.20 a can. The second can time is a Ghost Systems can of butane. Fuel number 3 is this solid fuel hexadecimine cooker. Now this hexamine cooker is a pretty standard issue British Army cooker. It comes with 8 tablets of fuel, and these are around £3 if you can buy them normally. And the last fuel we're going to try as a bit of a bonus because it's cheap. These are 24 long burning firelighters from Home Bargains at 49p each, and we're going to see if these can act as a good substitute for hexamine, which is frighteningly expensive when you have to go and buy it. In each experiment we're going to boil approximately 400 millilitres of water in a mess tin to see how long it takes each type of fuel to bring the water up to boiling temperature. For those of you who are interested, all the water boiled is not wasted. All of the water boiled is used to make a cup of instant coffee. We're also going to weigh each can before and after burn to calculate how much fuel we've actually used per can. So the starting weight of this butane propane is 480 grams. The experiment will stop when the water reaches boiling point. Yeah, as you can see, the water is starting to boil. Yep. And I would say that's nearly ready. Okay, put that back to show that camera. We're getting up to the 3-minute mark and we are nearly done. Yep, 3 minutes and we are now boiling. Yep, that's boiling water. The weight of the butane propane mix after the burn is approximately 471 grams. The next fuel we're going to test is a canister of butane. The canister of butane weighs in at 388 grams. Okay, we're coming up to 2 minutes 40 and the water is just about to start boiling. I'll show you now. Yep, that is definitely nearly there. I'm going to call it. Yep, that is boiling. The weight of the butane after burning is 380 grams. The next fuel we're going to use is the hexamine fuel. Each box of these contains 8 tablets. One hexamine tablet weighs approximately 25 grams. And I will start the timer as soon as I've got the hexamine going because it's a bit of a pig to get going. Okay, and here we go. Alright, we're 1 minute in and that tablet is producing a nice flame. It's getting the saturating the bottom of the pan, so yep, 1 minute. Energy's been wasted, so maybe it's alright with a bigger round pan, but with a standard issue army mess tin, it's not ideal. 2 minutes in and we're nowhere close. Okay, we're up to the 3.5 minute mark, and as you can just see there, it is starting to boil. Yeah, just starting to boil, so yeah, it's getting a bit more vigorous now, so I'm going to call that at 3 minutes 50. We're going to let the fire burn to see how long that thing actually lasts for. Okay, we're coming up to 8 minutes, and I think this thing is, yeah, 8 minutes. This thing's dead after 8 minutes. Another thing about using solid fuels is they do stain your mess tin, and you have to scrub these clean, and the only thing that can actually do it is either a piece of scouring pad or iron Brillo, and you having to do that every time gets really annoying. That is a negative for the solid fuel, but it's just the way it is. The next fuel we're going to try are these long burning firelighters. These are how the firelighters actually present themselves. You're supposed to break them off into chunks, but I'm going to use a knife because it's more accurate. If you can see in this picture, these squares are not evenly divided, so getting a square that is approximately 1/24 for this slab is going to be tricky. The square I've managed to cut weighs approximately 10 grams. Oh, 9. This was the mess I made trying to cut this stuff up. It certainly isn't very good. Breaking this stuff off manually is better. Stuff does not break apart easily at all. This could be a problem with out in the wild because you're going to waste fuel. Okay, we're just past the 5 minute mark and it is still burning. Only just, Okay, I'm calling it. 6 minutes, this thing is not, it's not doing it. The flame is down now, so. Well, it definitely got it hot enough to make a drink, but how hot did it get it? I'd say that's about 75 to 80 degrees C. It's not boiling, but it's hot enough to get a drink on the way. This is the absolute state of the mess tin after that burn. Look at all that carbon. That is going to take a lot of cleaning before. That is disgusting. So using a cheap firelighter, yeah, it's cheap and it gets it hot, gets your water hot, but Christ, you pay the price. That is awful. This is half a tablet of hexamine fuel. We're going to see if it's enough to get the water boiling, just like last time. The weight of the half block we're going to use is 13 grams. Here we go. Three minutes in and we're getting there slowly. I mean, it's not quite as vigorous as the last one, but even I can see it's, just show you that. You can just see it's starting to get there. It's thinking about it, so it looks like it's achievable. It's not very energetic, but at 4.5 minutes, that's a light boil. Yep, that's boiling. I'm calling that 4.5 minutes for half a tablet. It's not bad. This is the state of the pan after using a half tablet. It's a bit dirtier than using a whole tablet, but the stain isn't that bad. It's mostly focused around the centre. Well, I hope you found the results of that experiment very interesting. The butane and the butane propane had roughly the same amount of burn time, but because the butane was more expensive, I'd have to recommend the butane propane on cost alone. The hexamine tablets worked as expected, and I was actually pleasantly surprised by just how good the half a tablet was at boiling up the same amount of water. So if you're in a pinch, Break the tablet in half and you make your fuel last longer. The Firelighter experiment didn't go well, but it was an experiment. It was cheap. Maybe if I'd used 2 tablets it may have worked well, but that's just the way it goes. But I hope this helped. Enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.